friends. Welcome to my humble homestead. I am actually just sitting in the car waiting for an appointment. So, yeah, they just kind of check us in, or we wait for a text to go in. They still do some social distancing stuff, so I'm waiting for a hair appointment, actually. There's just been a lot of loss lately, and I look at, I'm just going to say it with the death of Lisa Marie Presley. There was the death of, if we look at Prince and Michael Jackson and Whitney Houston, and there's just been, I had a friend who's a worship leader and he committed suicide. And if we just look at all the death that's going on in the world, and I look at, so many people who are icons in the world today, and a lot of people who look at them and they think they have it all together. Behind the scenes, they really don't. And a lot of people think, wow, if I had all this money, or if I had this fame, or if I had this, or if I had that, we don't really know what goes on behind closed doors. And some of those people, I was honored to call them my friends. And I'm not going to say who. A lot of people in my life know who I'm talking about. And I went through a lot in my past with my illness and my chronic migraines. I had a doctor who had me on a lot of narcotic pain medication. And with that, I really trusted my doctors. And I'm really getting my hair cut. It's driving me crazy. So I really trusted my doctors. I'm going to actually just say this one doctor at the time, because the other ones really weren't thrilled at the treatment that was going on. But, I was like, oh, listen, but this is what she says. And, and then I had been in medical school, and, so it was kind of like, just they trusted me, and then who I trusted her. So I was on so much. It's a miracle that I'm even alive today, to tell you the truth. And when I look at these other people and how they died on the medications that they were on, and I'm just going to be real and honest, that's really what killed them is opioids. And it is a serious epidemic, and there has to be something done. It's just ridiculous. I mean, we should not be giving out medications like this to people. I don't care who they are. I don't care how much money they have. I don't care how, and when you are on that medication, let me tell you, first of all, when I won't take narcotic medication, period. When I was on that medication, and I'm talking, this was a long time ago, it makes me, I have to be pretty much like dying to take it. I think my doctor gave me a prescription of Tylenol with codeine, and I've had it for like 6 years. I'll be so sick before I'll even take one, because narcotics make me super depressed, like super, super depressed. So if I think of the amount of narcotics I was on, and the severity of depression level that I was in, I was never, and my ex-husband can even attest, I was crazy. I was not in my right frame of mind to make any sort of decisions ever about, let alone my health. But I don't even know. It's by the grace of God that I even came out of that. And, there had been little little glimpses of moments where I know God spoke to me, because I knew that I had to get off of that medication. And I remember I would talk to this doctor and I'd be like, I have got to get off this. I have to stop. And I would try to get off of it. And then I would be vomiting and see, you need it. You need it. You have to, your body, you need it. This is your migraines and blah, blah, blah. And it was such a horrifying situation. I mean, I ended up putting myself through cold turkey, and I remember just laying on my floor, putting my face to the hard wood just to try to get some coolness. I mean, it was, and then I ended up with blood clots, and I ended up back in the hospital, and then she freaked out and like, why did you stop, and put me back on it. And it was just such a nightmare. And I'm saying this all to say that when you're in that place, when you are on that medication, you can't function. You can't think for yourself. And you need to be an advocate or have an advocate, because you really do believe that you need that medication. And I first became friends or started talking to this person, or, this person, because of a situation that she had, or this person had in their life, not knowing how another person in their life had passed away from medications. And I said, it really wasn't their fault. They trusted their doctors. And when your doctors are telling you this is what you need, you really believe them. So we started talking and became close. And I guess the fact, all of these different people that I named, Michael Jackson, Whitney Houston, Brittany Murphy, Lisa Marie Presley, Prince, all of them died on medication. It's heart-wrenching to me. They let themselves get to that point, and nobody around them reached out. I actually even feel guilty, because after I came out, I pretty much distanced myself from so many people. Like, I live in the middle of nowhere. I grow my own food. But I also know that a lot of these people are sheltered, and it's really, their numbers get changed. It's hard to get a hold of them. Like, if they don't reach out to me, then I'm not really going to, it's hard to reach out and get a hold of them. You know what I mean? So, but I felt really guilty, because I knew in my spirit, I kind of knew what was going on. I don't really keep up on pop culture, but I just knew that this person was struggling. And it just is mind-boggling that if I knew and I wasn't in this person's life anymore, how could all these people around them, it's just so frustrating. But anyway, so I say that to say, if you're struggling with an addiction, or if you're struggling, or if you know somebody, and you just don't feel right about something, and they're under a doctor's care, it's okay to question that. It's okay. The doctor is still practicing that I was under that doctor care. And a neurologist that I saw in the cities, when I lived in the cities, he was on the board of medical school when I was in medical school that I see. We just shake our heads, because she still works at the clinic he works at. And so much happened, so much happened when I tried to say something, when I tried to stand up, then I ended up looking like the crazy person. So I will not take pain medication. It's why, if people look at like, why do you do what you do? Why are you into herbalism? Why do you grow your own food? It's because I'm passionate about natural health, and I'm passionate that we don't need, even, so I had a physical therapist too. It's like, it's amazing to know that how pain works. And if we need to be physical. We need to be physical, gut health, all of this stuff is all related. The way your mind works, pain is a muscle, and your pain, just like your mind keeps remembering pain, and you have to retrain that. So but when you're on those medications, you can't even think that way. You can't fathom, because your mind thinks you need those medications. So, and then the whole thing is the way I grew up, the way I grew up in the church and the whole faith movement, this stuff isn't even discussed. It's like, oh, you don't have enough faith, or, oh, you're not believing in healing. And that's a bunch of malarkey. Let me tell you, that is, first of all, there are a lot of big time preachers that are on this crap themselves. I mean, I'll just say it. Paul Crouch was an alcoholic before he died. And, so many people are drinking the Kool-Aid. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. These people are standing up and prophesying and saying, oh, if you have to give, and you have to do this, and you have to give to this ministry to be healed, or give to this ministry to be saved. And it is a lie. You know what the Bible says? Jesus loves me, this I know. Why? Because the Bible tells me so. Not because you give $1,000. No, that's ridiculous. Don't drink it. Don't fall for it. Don't. It's by the grace of God that we're saved. It's by the grace of God that we're saved. We need to go back to the basics, to the beginning. We need to read and study to show ourselves approved. Find the truth for yourself. Find what works for yourself. Find your path to healing. Don't fall for deception. Don't fall for deception. I've had to grieve so much this last year. I am not kidding. I've had to grieve the things I was taught my entire life, thinking it was the truth, and it wasn't. I had to grieve so many losses of people. I kind of had to just honestly shelter myself and just kind of relearn everything and just get back to the basics. And I just want to encourage you that through all of it, God is still the same yesterday, today, and tomorrow. He is. So don't be discouraged. But if you are struggling with something, if you're struggling with depression, if you're struggling with addiction, if you're struggling with grieving, if you're struggling with health, just reach out for help. I'm not going to say just believe it away, because that's a crock of baloney. It really is. You can't just believe something away. You need to take action. You really do. You need to ask for help. Reach out for help. I am a firm believer. I'm a true believer in that. I would not be here today if that wasn't it. I needed help to get to where I am. I mean, I'm a testimony of that. So that kind of wraps it up in a shell. Don't drink the Kool-Aid. Don't believe in all the fame and the money and that everything that you see is the reality, because it's not. Because people are hurting. They're hurting. And they're trying to fill a void, and they're trying to be something that they're not. They're trying to, plastic surgery it away. They're trying to take opiates it away. They're trying to drink it away. They're trying to shop it away. They're trying to buy things. I mean, even if you look at Michael Jackson, what did he had Neverland. He had warehouses of stuff. No matter what he did, he was not happy. So what is it that you're missing, that you're trying to fill that void with? What is it? We need to just stop and say, Lord, what is it that I'm missing, that I need to just fill that void? We know we need God. God is the number one thing. His peace can pass all understanding. And for me, it was like, I know, Lord, that you're what I need, but why am I still searching? What is it that I'm still searching for? So I need to just stop and step away and take it one step at a time, just one step at a time, and just really be appreciative of the things that I have around me, and not keep seeking out and seeking after what others have and everything else. Just focus on what I have. And, it's the little things. It is really the little things and day to day that I'm just so thankful for right now. And when I focus on that, and like right now, I'm just focusing on, being healthy. And I don't look to have, I downgraded my car. I don't look to have the next best and latest and greatest things. I look for, I want to feel great so that I can work every day at my job and do the best that I can. So start where you're at. And, and just try to be a blessing to the people around you. That's just really a good place to start. Try to be healthy and whole for yourself so that you can be a blessing to those around you, whether it's being a mom, that's number one. If you have children at home, that's your calling. That's your destiny. You need to take care of those children. But like me, I just want to be a good example for those around me. I want to do a good job at my work. I want to be a great grandma for my grandkids. I still want to be a good mom to my adult children. So I need to be whole for myself so I can do that for those around me. So that's really where I'm at right now. It is the little things. And I've had to really grieve a lot and look at all the loss around me and realize, what is important. All right. So I'm getting buzzed now. All right. Thanks so much, you guys. Be blessed. I love you. Have a good rest of your day. Bye.